The drawn-out contract battle between the Screen Actors Guild and the major Hollywood studios is finally wrapping up, but it doesn't look like it's a particularly happy ending. Our Julia Boorstin in L.A. with the details. Julia, who are the winners? Who are the losers?
Well, Larry, it seems like everyone has lost a little bit, but the studios really are the ones coming out on top. Now, fear of an actor strike has been hanging over Hollywood for nearly a year now, causing the loss of hundreds of millions of dollars of economic activity. But now the studios do seem to be the winners, and they can finally get back to work. Just yesterday, the Screen Actors Guild's National Board approved a tentative deal struck between the Screen Actors Guild and the national studios, but it was approved by just a small margin. Now SAG's 120,000 members will vote on whether to okay the deal, and it's been a contentious battle within SAG since its contract expired 10 months ago. But the studios aren't giving much more than they offered on June 30th of last year. SAG members will get a 3% wage increase in the first year, 3.5% in the second year, and a 0.5% pension increase. Plus, it spells out payments for shows streamed online and webisodes. One difference in this contract is that it ends in 2 years rather than the 3 years that media conglomerates asked for. But the studios really do seem to be the winners. They won't have to pay SAG retroactive pay gains worth about $67 million, and they're making few concessions. The SAG deal has basically the same digital compensation terms as the other guilds achieved, despite the 10-month battle. And it seemed the contract battle leaves SAG weaker.
The recession definitely helped the studios. It really knocked the financial props out from under the Screen Actors Guild, made it very difficult for the Guild to bargain in an effective way.
The current SAG president is opposing this deal, but we still can expect it to be ratified sometime by the end of next month. Now, Larry, SAG never really approved a strike, but this de facto work stoppage really affected all of Hollywood. With the recession, everyone is really eager to get back to work. Back to you.
Julia, my brother is a writer out there. He's a member of SAG. I used to be a member of SAG years ago. I want to ask you, how much are they going to be crippled? And the issue of retroactive royalties for things that they have written, is that dead in the water? Because I felt that that was their absolute best calling card in this argument.
Well, the retroactive royalties, it's been estimated between June 30th of last year and now that $67 million worth of royalties. Part of this deal is that the studios will not have to pay that. That's a large amount of money, but the deal sort of turned out this way because SAG was so determined to make this only a 2-year contract as opposed to a 3-year contract. Because it is a 2-year contract, when their deal does expire, it'll be expiring at the same time as the Writers Guild. And the theory is that because they'll be able to negotiate together, maybe they'll be able to eke out some more gains.
And wages and benefits. Now, if you look at this in terms of the rest of the country, in a recession with a steep rise in unemployment, Julia, it looks pretty good. What are the SAG people specifically arguing against? What's their beef with the wage and benefit increase?
It does look pretty good. You know, they accepted this 3%, 3.5% increase. The real issue is digital revenues. How much are they going to be able to earn from digital revenues? But Larry, the real problem is they could have this increase, but what if they're not working? They need to be working and employed to be able to get that increase, and all of Hollywood has slowed down. The number of feature films in production has dropped off dramatically. We're seeing more reality TV shows as opposed to scripted shows, which means that the studios are paying less overall. So if you have cheaper productions, it doesn't matter if you have this increase.
All right, Julia Boorstin, although Real Housewives of New York is like my favorite show on television, so it's hard for me to really fault the whole reality. You don't watch Real Housewives of New York City? That's shocking. It seems like a perfect show for Larry.
I'm not a union guy usually, but I will say this. I have a lot of sympathy with SAG people. I really do. I have a lot of sympathy. And
what?
You know who was a
that
former...
is so not you.
Can I tell you who was a former president of the Screen Actors
Melissa
Guild?
Gilbert, yeah.
And a damn good one. Ronald Reagan.
Oh.
And he was the first guy to go on strike, and he won the strike. So I like SAG.
Now it all makes sense. A quick break, then we'll be right back for the last call.